Hey everyone, it's Gilchrist. I am in Aruba on my balcony overlooking the water. And a while back I talked about goals and what to do with them. And I ended a video earlier basically saying, first you need to figure out what you want, and then you need to write out your goals. I'm going to start like this. How about this for a first goal? A first goal, I think, is breaking thoughts in your mind. A first good goal to all of our lives and bettering ourselves is change your language. Because, you know, when I was thinking about what I was going to say, I started to use the word sacrifice when it comes to pursuing your goals and how you need to sacrifice this and that to get where you want. Well, the first goal of today, and agree with me on this, is that sacrifice isn't a great word. You know, it can get pretty drastic. I've seen people in the world sacrifice. You know, they're in the Bible, right? But what I'm saying is first goal, change your language in your mind. Instead of saying sacrifice, just say, I'm going to choose another option to better my life, right? That's a smart way to do it. So, goals, right? Why do we do goals? Well, because, quite frankly, we're a busy world that's got caught up in a bunch of BS, and we think everything else is important. It's not. If you don't write them down, you don't know where you're headed, right? So, when writing out your goals, don't write them. Here's my best advice. Like I said, change your language before you write. Decide, I'm going to write these in a positive manner and not use negative words, etc. That's one. Number two would be realize it's okay to start small. You see, when I was, you know, in LA living on the floors, and then I got to Denver and things got really bad, I kept writing out massive goals. So I had nothing at all, no confidence whatsoever. And I was writing out massive goals to make $1 million and build a website to change the world and all these things. Too big. You've got to start small with your goals so that you can build a little confidence, so you can actually make them small so you can achieve them, so they're actually attainable, so that way when you do, you go, okay, I got this. And then you can up your goal a little bit, and then up, right? And we'll get there. So be patient, be persistent. Goal one is change your language. Goal two is write them down. Write your goals down. Keep them simple so that they can be 2013 amazing goals. Well, what could be the first actual handwritten goal? Could be to write down, I am writing down my goals for 2013. The second goal should be, how am I starting to build myself up to be ready for 2013? If you don't insert the goal of, I got to do XYZ from now until the end of the year, then you're going to be pretty weak when you start 2013, right? So there's your three goals. It would be, I'm writing down my goals. Here's what my goal to finish XYZ in December. So it builds you up to start the number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals for 2013. And in doing that, you have to do two things. Like I said, one is change the language, and two is more mental, in that you have to be ready to choose another option. What I mean is probably your goals 3 to 10 that you're going to list out for 2013. Those goals are not going to be easy, right? Actually, don't make them ridiculously easy, but test yourself. They got to be things that create change in you and build confidence, and they test you. What I mean is you might have to skip a couple things you're so used to and try another option to get where you want to be. I learned that. It's a hard thing to do, but you know what? If you don't start doing it now, you're never going to do it, right? So decide on that and build the belief that you're making a smart decision when you do it. That's the hardest part. I've seen many people go, well, I can't miss my cousin's niece's 1-year-old birthday party, that she's not going to know if I'm going to be there or not, but that's not the point. It's about family, it's about friends, which I understand. But you've got to first decide in your mind, and just decide, if you decide to back yourself before you actually come to make that decision, that's what's good. Don't question yourself. That's the part that eats people up, and you'll miss your goal, and you'll go to the party, and you feel good about it, but later you haven't reached your goals, and then you'll wonder why. So what I'm saying is back yourself. Pat yourself on the back and say, I got this, I'm smart in what I'm doing, and I'll realize next year at her second birthday party why I made the right decision. So that's really it. So thanks for tuning in. Click like, share this with people you know that need to hear it, maybe even yourself. I'm telling you, I do it all the time. Share it to your own walls so you see it again. But also in the comments section at the bottom. Why don't you hold yourself accountable and just comment on this and say, if you can, say, I'm ready to choose another option, even if it makes me feel uncomfortable. However you want to say that. I am ready to get uncomfortable to become comfortable. However you want to say that in your own way. It's about you, not me, like I said. So figure out your goals, write them all out, and then comment on this. Even if you want to put them on here, just do whatever you want. Have fun with it. It's all about you. So Thanks for tuning in. I am going to go to a restaurant and have some cool lunch and write out some more goals probably, because my other one's already written out. So.